The money that makes you poor. Sounds like a contradiction, right? How can having money, saving it diligently, actually make you poorer? I spent a lot of time thinking about this, observing patterns in how people, myself included sometimes, approach their finances. We're all taught that saving money is good, and it is, for the most part. It's responsible, it's prudent. It provides a safety net, a foundation for future plans. But there's a line, a point where sensible saving crosses over into something else, something less healthy, something that actively diminishes your life rather than enhances it. I started to realize that this extreme form of frugality, the kind where every penny is hoarded without a clear purpose for its future use, isn't really about building wealth. It's often rooted in something deeper. It struck me that for many, this isn't about a specific goal, like a down payment on a house, starting a business, or even a comfortable retirement. It's driven by a deep, often unacknowledged fear of scarcity, a fear so profound that even when there's abundance, the feeling of scarcity persists. This is where the irony kicks in. You can have a significant amount of money in the bank, yet live as if you're perpetually on the brink of poverty. Your daily life, your choices, your experiences are constrained not by a lack of funds, but by a mindset of lack. That's the money making you poor. Poor in experience, poor in joy, poor in the richness of the present moment. And then there's the control aspect. The future is uncertain. We all know that. So, in an attempt to exert some control over this inherent unpredictability, some people turn to their finances. They try to control every single cent, believing that a larger and larger pile of unspent money will somehow insulate them from all potential future misfortunes. But this pursuit of absolute control over an uncontrollable future comes at a tremendous cost. Your agency in the present. You're so busy fortifying against a hypothetical bad future that you forget to build a good present. You're sacrificing tangible, current well-being for an illusion of future security that might never be needed in the way you imagine. Or worse, you might not be around or able to enjoy it when that future arrives. This is where the distinction between saving and mere accumulation becomes critical. Saving, in its healthy form, is a means to an end. You save for something. That something could be a tangible asset, an experience, or financial independence. Accumulation without purpose, on the other hand, is just piling up resources without a plan. It's like collecting tools you never intend to use. The tools might be valuable, but if they just sit in a shed gathering dust, what's their real worth to you? Think about how this applies in life. If you're saving, ask yourself honestly, what is the specific goal of this saving? If you can't articulate a clear, compelling reason beyond just in case, or to have more, you might be falling into this trap. It's not about abandoning prudence. It's about imbuing your financial actions with purpose. For example, instead of vaguely saving for retirement, define what that retirement looks like. How much do you need for that specific lifestyle? Then, a portion of your saving becomes targeted. Another portion could be for a travel fund, another for skill development. Suddenly, saving isn't about deprivation. It's about actively building towards a desired outcome. This brings me to the crucial missing piece in this equation. And when I say investment, I'm not just talking about the stock market or real estate, though those are common avenues. I mean putting your capital to work in a way that it can grow and generate more value or directly contribute to your well-being or freedom. Money that just sits there, uninvested, is stagnant. It's like a muscle that's never used. Inflation, which is the gradual increase in prices over time, slowly erodes the purchasing power of stagnant money. So, while you think you're being safe by just hoarding cash, it's actually losing value in real terms. Investment, even in a conservative way, is about acknowledging that your money can be an active agent in your life, not just a passive pile. It can work for you, generating more resources that can then be directed towards your goals or even to accelerate them. This idea of money working for you is fundamental. It's the difference between digging a hole with your bare hands versus using a shovel or even an excavator. Consider this application. If the fear of losing money in investments is what holds you back, start small. Learn, educate yourself about different types of investments, understand the risks and potential rewards. Perhaps begin with something very low. The point is to shift the mindset from purely defensive to proactively offensive. The fear often stems from the unknown. By making it known, by understanding it, you can manage that fear and make informed decisions rather than fear-based ones. The phrase confusing ahorro con acumulación sin sentido, confusing saving with senseless accumulation, really captures this. It's a fundamental misunderstanding of money's role. Money is a tool, a powerful one, yes, but still, just a tool. It's a means to an end, not the end itself. When we forget this, when the accumulation of money becomes the sole objective, we've lost the plot. We're no longer using the tool. The tool, or rather, our attachment to it, is using us. It dictates our lives, constrains our choices, and often fills us with anxiety rather than peace. This devaluing of the present in the name of an uncertain future is a subtle thief of life. Every experience forgone, every small joy dismissed, every opportunity for growth or connection passed up in the name of adding a little more to the pile. These are unrecoverable moments. Life is lived in the present, while planning for the future is wise. Sacrificing the entirety of your present for a future that is, by its very nature, uncertain is a poor trade. It's like starving yourself today on the promise of a feast that may never materialize, or that you may be too weak or too old to enjoy when it does. How can we apply this understanding to live better? It's about finding a balance. Acknowledge the importance of financial security. Yes, but also consciously allocate resources, time, energy, and yes, some money to present wealth. This doesn't mean reckless spending. It means intentional spending. It means investing in experiences, in relationships, in learning, in health, things that enrich your current life and often, serendipitously, contribute to a better future too. For instance, investing in a course to learn a new skill not only enriches you now, but could open up new income opportunities later. Taking a well-deserved vacation can reduce stress and improve productivity. It's not always an either-or. Ultimately, this whole exploration led me to see that a relationship with money based solely on fearful accumulation is, in essence, a toxic one. The money starts to possess you, rather than you possessing and directing the money. Your decisions are no longer driven by your values, your dreams, or your desires, but by the money's perceived need to be hoarded, to be untouched. It's a heavy burden to carry, this constant anxiety about protecting a hoard rather than using resources to build a life. So, the core idea, the money that makes you poor, isn't about the physical lack of money. It's about a poverty of spirit, a poverty of experience, a poverty of joy, all self-inflicted in the name of a narrow, fear-driven definition of wealth. True wealth encompasses so much more than the number in your bank account. It includes your freedom, your health, your relationships, your peace of mind, and your ability to enjoy the journey of life. When hoarding money undermines these other, more vital forms of wealth, then that money, no matter how much of it there is indeed making you poorer. The challenge, then, is to redefine our relationship with money, to see it as a servant for our life's goals, not a master to be appeased. Okay, so we've explored how an extreme focus on saving, without a clear purpose for investment or enjoyment, can paradoxically make us poorer in life experience. Now, how do we shift this? What can we actually do, day to day, in simple ways, to cultivate a healthier relationship with our money and our lives? It's not about drastic overhauls overnight. Start by consciously allocating a small portion of your budget, no matter how tight, towards something that genuinely brings you joy or helps you grow, not just sensible things. This could be as simple as buying that book you've wanted, taking 30 minutes for a hobby, or planning a low-cost outing with a loved one. The act itself matters. Another thing, regularly ask why behind your savings. Is it still aligned with a clear goal that excites you or provides genuine security, or has it become a habit by fear? Try to invest in experiences, even small ones. The coffee with a friend where you truly connect can be a far better investment in your well-being than another dollar unthinkingly hoarded. The benefit? You start to feel the anointing of your money in your present life. It lessens the anxiety of an uncertain future because you're actively building a more fulfilling present. This doesn't mean abandoning financial responsibility. It means integrating it with life, enjoyment, and purposeful growth. You begin to see money as a tool for a richer life, not just a bigger bank balance. You'll find that this conscious engagement makes your financial journey feel less like a grind and more like a path with tangible, present rewards. It's about balance and intention. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. I hope it's given you some food for thought. Before you go, do check out the description below. There might be something there that could help you further